Hello everyone, welcome back to Gray Brick Creations. Thanks for tuning in to watch another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be starting a really big project that I'm super excited about. It's going to be another custom cutting board. This one is going to include 2 mandalas on each corner that I hand drew, and then the last name down the middle. So come along and watch as I make this board. Thanks for watching. So I started this project out by burning out the mandala on one corner of the board. This process was pretty tedious, so I kind of skipped over it in this video in the beginning, but you will see more of that at the end. After I was done with the mandala on the first corner, I started to burn out the letters of the last name. When I'm doing these sort of cutting boards with large last names, I usually prefer to do the outlines of the letters first. I just feel like this gives them a cleaner edge on the outside edge. I don't worry about the inside as much since I'm going to be filling that in later. I was slightly obsessed with the font I chose for this last name. I just felt like it was really curly, kind of unusual. It wasn't a font that I had picked before. So yeah, I was really excited about getting that onto the board. One of my favorite letters in this was the P. It just had that really cute little curly Q on the top. And then also the E I just thought looked really nice. After I finished up the line work on this one, I had to pick a different tip to use when I was burning, just because the one that I was using for the lines is kind of like a thin edge that makes nice sharp lines, and then when I was filling in the letters I needed something that was a bit thicker. Here you can see that sharper edge that I used for the line work, changing that out, and then putting on kind of like a spoon type burner that has a nice big flat surface that makes filling in the letters super satisfying and also pretty quick. This is usually the messiest part of the process when I'm doing really big letters like this that take a lot of space to fill in. It creates a lot of burnt wood pieces, like a lot of ash that kind of get all over. Usually I just brush those off and that creates a nice finished look. I love giving you guys these sort of close-up angles to see when I'm filling in these letters. It's just so satisfying to see all the burning going in, and you can also see how hot that wood tip actually gets. Obviously this process takes a bit longer in real time. It doesn't go quite as fast as what you're seeing here, but I love going back and watching and seeing how it looks all sped up. I had to make another tip change here now that I'm done with the lettering. I need to find kind of a rounder end to make the lines on the mandala. Here you can see it's like a rounded tip, like a rounded piece of wire. I prefer to use this tip when I'm making the lines for the mandala because it makes thicker lines versus the tip I used when I was doing the outline for the letters. That tip, like I said, is a little sharper on the edge, where this one is a little more rounded. So the lines come out thicker. I think they're easier to see, and I think it looks better once I start filling in the dot work on the mandala. Like I said at the beginning of this video, the line work for these mandalas was a bit tedious. As you can tell, I've sped it up here. So in real time, it was pretty slow. It took me at least a few days to get this line work done. I used to draw my mandalas just on regular sketch paper, but lately I have been toying with Procreate and that has become my new favorite way to draw these mandalas. Typically, if I'm not wood burning or working on some other sort of craft, if I'm just watching TV at night, you can find me also drawing some mandalas on Procreate on my iPad. After wrapping up the line work on this one, I went ahead and filled in some of the blank space with what I like to call some dot work. I used the same tip for this. I just like to fill in some of this blank space to create some additional contrast on the board. And now you can see the final product here. The final board, it turned out so good. I'm so happy with the finished product. Thanks again for watching.